Hey everybody, it's Norman Will, and welcome back to another episode of Behind the Garage Door. Today, gonna go over to Tampa, meet up with a good buddy of mine named Forrest, and check out his Mustangs. All right, so we made it over to Tampa to Forrest's house. Forrest, thanks so much for inviting us out and sharing your cars with us. I really appreciate it. Now, Forrest and I, we go back a little ways, met through a mutual friend named Shane, who, by the way, still needs to do it Behind the Garage Door.
Yes.
And he does, I'm not ready yet. Shane, hurry up.
Never ready.
So we've gotten our buddy Harris done. Now we're getting your episode done. We're still waiting on Shane. But anyway, really excited to talk to Forrest about what he has out here in the driveway and behind his garage door. So Forrest, this is a car that I have not seen because you just got it, right?
Just got it.
Tell me all about this bad boy.
This is a 2022 GT500 mischievous purple. Hard color to find, 1 year make.
It's purple, it looks black.
It looks black, but in the correct sunlight you will see purple, blues, and greens.
Whoa, dude. And it's a factory color?
Yes, 1 year.
How did you find this thing? How long have you had it?
I've had it for 2 months and I found it on accident.
Oops, this I tripped into it?
Yep, I was out looking at an F250 to buy for the business, and this popped up on the screen, and I sent an email in, and I picked it up 3 hours later.
Holy crap, did you get it here locally?
Elder Ford.
Really? Wow. So tell me, I mean, I'm looking, how many horsepower?
It's 760, and I believe it's like 640 to the tires, maybe. It's a 5.2 Predator motor with the Root style supercharger on it.
So the blower sits on top?
Yes.
Wow, that's a cool hood too.
And this is also a track pack version, which comes with the carbon wheels, the carbon spring, or the carbon spoiler, and they come with rear seat delete, where the base model doesn't come with that.
So it's kind of like a base, it's a old style hot rod, the way they used to do it back in the day. Wow, that's really, really cool.
Ready to go to the track.
Just put fuel in it.
Put fuel in it and drive it.
Tell me about these wheels, because those are not carbon wheels.
These are not carbon wheels. I went ahead and ordered another set of Shelby America wheels.
Which these are?
These are going to be on the Signature Edition, I believe. And I was trying to save the carbon wheels for a rainy day. There's a lot of potholes in Tampa.
You don't have to answer this question, but how much are those wheels?
You can find them used for about $15,000. I think new they go for about $25,000.
Holy what?
I believe.
Now, I mean, those aren't cheap tires that you have on here either. Those are Pilot Sports.
Cup 2s.
Holy crap.
Where the base model comes with a Cup 4.
What's the difference?
These are a little bit lighter and stickier.
Okay, so when they warm up, they're
yeah,
super sticky, throwing rocks all over the place.
All over the place.
Wow. So it's an automatic.
It's a 7-speed Tremec, dual clutch, automatic.
It's a dual clutch?
I believe so.
Wow.
I'm still kind of learning. I'm not a Shelby guy, but now I'm a Shelby guy, so I'm definitely learning a lot about the car.
Have you always been a Ford guy?
Yes.
Okay.
Since, I guess since I was born.
Yeah? Kind of grew up Ford guy?
My dad had F250s from 76 and up, and yeah, I'm just always tinkering around on trucks and whatever you can think of.
Well, you had a little Honda something or other for a while too, didn't you?
I had an all original Honda CRX. I restored a little bit of it, sold it to a buddy of mine, and he's gone over the top on it and completely restored it back to, the better days.
Oh, wow.
Where it was. And then I had a Fox body for about 20 years.
I love those. See, I'm a Chevy guy. I've always been a Chevy guy. Kind of like you've always been a Ford guy, but I would rock a Fox body Mustang all day.
Well, everyone pretty much knows me from the Fox bodies, white with red stripes.
Yeah.
And cruising through Tampa all the time, doing the stuff you shouldn't do in it. And then let it go away and kind of sold it. And then I was out looking for a boat one day and found this car.
We'll get to this car in a minute. This is a car I met when I met Forrest. He was driving. This one has a whole other story. So I'm looking at the brakes on this thing are like trash can lids, dude.
16 up front and 15 in the back.
Those calipers, they're huge.
Oh yeah.
Six
This thing,
pistons?
it stops hard. Like the way it stops is not normal. It's not normal at all.
They're not carbon. Are they carbon? They're not carbon.
No, they're not.
Wow.
But it's definitely stops hard.
Oh man, what a cool car. What's the name of the color again? I'm kind of pissed that it's overcast.
It's mischievous purple, and I guess the original color they were talking about, it was oil slick blue purple, and then the mischievous purple I guess came up later on, and that's how they named it. So it has kind of two different names for it.
And it's black, purple, blue.
It has a little bit of greens in it.
But it's not like that over the top old school chameleon paint. Like it's almost annoying to a point.
It's almost the majestic old Cobras back in the 90s.
I think I remember what you're talking
It
about.
kind of flip-flops all the different colors.
Yeah.
In the sunlight, you will see all those same colors without the golds and the greens.
I got you.
Yep.
Maybe it was the golds and the greens that just kind of threw me for a loop. So 2022 GT500 Shelby Mustang.
Correct.
Wow, nice car, Forrest. All right, so Forrest, this is actually the car that when I first met you, this was the car that you were driving. And you've had this car for how long? It's been a minute.
6 or 7 years, I believe.
Yeah. Okay. So you have done a ton to this car. Start from the beginning and go to the back.
Well, I was out looking for a boat. Let me just start there.
I was out looking for a truck.
I was out looking for a boat. We ended up at, funny story, Stingray Chevrolet.
Oh, okay.
And I was looking at all these Corvettes, and this bad boy was sitting in the middle of all the Corvettes.
Really?
Yes.
I did not know that you bought this at Stingray.
Yes.
Cool.
It's kind of saving that. And
Appreciate your business.
basically, I took it for a test ride. My wife was in the passenger seat, and she looked at me with that grin. And
The grin.
The boat disappeared real quick, and the Mustang appeared.
That's cool. That is cool. So about 6-7 years ago, and it was stock when you got it?
It's completely stock.
Okay. And what is it? Originally?
It's originally a Mustang GT. I bought a package from a person who owned an RTR package.
Now, what is RTR too, by the way? I wanted to ask you
RTR is a drift car that Von Gittin Jr. came up with Ford. And it's kind of like, instead of doing a Roush, this is like his version of what he came up with, which is the RTR, which stands for Ready to Rock.
Oh.
He's a pro drifter. And now I believe he's retired doing like desert racing and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
It comes with like full suspension, different accents on the car, which I've taken a lot of this stuff off and kind of made it my own.
Right. So you've done a ton to the motor in this car too?
A lot to the motor and a lot to the suspension.
On bags?
It is on air ride.
Okay.
I did full Steeda suspension on it.
Okay.
Front, rear, you name it. My buddy Ryan Frazier out of Brandon he built me a full roll cage for it, or a 6-point.
Oh wow! I didn't know how to cage it.
He owns FFP Customs, which is he builds like race car pedal assemblies.
Yep.
He was nice enough to do that for me,
Oh,
and
that's
then
cool.
from there it just started accelerating quickly.
It's a snowball effect. Once you do this, then you got to do that, then you got to do that, then you got to do
yeah.
that. So is that a full carbon hood too?
Full carbon hood, full carbon trunk, Willwood brakes on it all the way around.
And what all have you done to the engine besides all the custom carbon and purple and everything else? What all's done to it?
It is a built motor from RPG out of California.
Okay.
It's rated for 1,500 horsepower, stage 3, ported heads, cams, pro charger, a little bit of boost.
A little bit of boost. How much?
Right now it's only at 14 pounds, 850 of the tires.
This car makes 850 to the tires.
Yes. It's a little
Wow.
It's a little rowdy.
It is rowdy. I mean, I've heard it. I don't even know how many times, and been next to it. I don't know how many times. And I've never asked how much power it made. Wow.
Yeah, it's super fun.
So you've got it set up. Looks like for drag racing right now with the different tires on the back.
So yeah, basically the front is kind of like my show or drive around town, and then whenever I do roll racing or drag racing, I'll put the B-locks on the back.
Nice. So you were. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Okay, so you're at Bradenton. When was it?
About 2 to 3 weeks ago.
Okay,
3 weeks ago.
About 3 weeks ago. So you're set up. You're down there for. Was that Street Heat?
It was Street Heat.
Tiffany's
deal.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you were roll racing, and tell everybody what happened.
All right. Here's the deal. I was roll racing an Audi, and he jumped out on me, and I was starting to run at him, and I was catching up to his back bumper, and I was in third gear at about to go to fourth, and something broke.
Something broke.
Right off the rip, I thought it was a drive shaft, and I think I tapped the gas pedal again, and I was like, nope, that's the motor.
Oh, boo.
And I veered off a little bit, came off the track, popped the hood, and basically all my crank pulleys are sitting on the ground.
You broke the crank?
Broke the crank. At the time we built this motor and put everything in, Justin over at Justin Performance told me I need to have a crank support put in this car.
Mm-hmm.
We could not find anything at that time. So we both looked at each other, and I looked at him, and I said, let's just send it.
Send it.
Send it. And that's what I did. And we kept it, a good amount of horsepower. We didn't turn up any higher because we knew it was a weak part of the car. Mm-hmm. And it happened. I got a good run on the motor. I got about a year out of it, maybe. And
you don't baby this thing.
No, I drive it.
You drive the crap out of it.
It's been on Tail the Dragon a few times. I think I ran on an E85 on Tail the Dragon. Oof. This is an E85 only car too.
Oh, okay.
Been to Bowling Green, do a lot of autocross in this thing, drag race it, you name it, I do it. I don't hold back.
All-purpose car.
All-purpose. Show it, race it, sideways, you name it, we do it.
So you're going to rebuild this motor? You're going to build a new one, or? You plan on keeping the car since you got this one now?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, good. Because this is what I associate Forrest with.
This is like if you're in the dirt bike world, this is a CR500. Not a CR250. This is a 500
okay.
Two-stroke.
Oh!
Two-stroke. This is kind of like the way the power band is in it.
I gotcha.
And this is a 450 four-stroke.
Four-stroke.
It's exactly the best way I can explain it.
So you can feel the power band kick in on this?
Oh, yeah. It's nice.
Just like an old two-stroke dirt bike.
From a roll, watch out.
Holy crap. So if you've got it up in the power band, look out.
Oh, yeah, watch out.
Wow. So
it pulls hard.
Going to rebuild the motor.
We're going to rebuild the motor, and I'm going to turn the boost up.
Okay, so what are you going to rebuild this motor or have a different one built, or?
When I'm dropping it off in the next week or two,
I
have an appointment, and then we're going to pull it apart, see what it looks like, and we're going to go from there. I would like to add probably another 150 horsepower to the tires.
So going for close to 1,000 to the tires?
To the tires, that's kind of what I'm shooting
Are you
for.
going to have to tub this or put a bigger tire under it or anything?
Nope.
Mini tub, anything?
Nope.
Because if you mini tub it, can you drift it?
I'm sure you can still drift it, but
you can do whatever you want to do.
I'm not going to drift this one.
Okay.
Yeah, I just kind of keep this one for autocross.
Oh, all right, that's what I meant. I mean, if you tub it, can you autocross it?
Yeah, I can still do all that stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, the way it's sitting is pretty much where I want it. I've already pulled the fenders out 3/4 of an inch, which a lot of people look at this car, they don't know how I run a 315 on it.
I can't tell you did it either.
No.
Wow.
It's definitely got a little...
Yeah, I mean, but you did a good job, dude. Wow. What a cool car. I'm glad you're not getting rid of it. I'm sorry you blew it up, but I'm really, really glad you're not getting rid of it. So this is what year is it?
So 2013.
2013 Mustang GT that has been Forrestized.
Yes.
To the nth degree.
This is how I want it. I'm not going to change anything on it. My main focus is probably on the 500 now.
Yeah.
And I have a 16-year-old who just turned, or I guess he's 17 now, last week. And my goal is probably to build some together and maybe get in the drift scene or get him an autocross or something.
That's super cool.
That's kind of what I'm looking for right now.
I think it's a great idea. Super cool cars. Love it, Forrest. We need to get on Shane to get him on an episode of Behind the Garage Door.
I want to see it.
Thanks for having us out, man. I really appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
All right, we're going to head back to the dealership and wrap it up. All right, so you may have been able to tell that we filmed that episode a few months ago when it was freezing cold here in Florida, and today it's blistering hot. So looking forward to hearing from Forrest. Make sure he got the new engine put in the silver Mustang. 850 to the wheels with the engine that was in it, and I wouldn't be surprised if he puts 1,000 to the wheels with what he's obviously going to build next for that car. Excellent, neat Mustangs. Forrest, thank you so much for having us out. Make sure you keep checking back for future episodes of Behind the Garage Door.
Stingray Chevrolet, relax, enjoy the day.